Hi and welcome everyone. For those of you here in America, happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. You're watching another 24/7 TBC live broadcast on what is abundance. My name is Paul and this is episode 83 and today's date is July 4th, 2018. Okay, I want to talk about TBC. It's a cryptocurrency, and I would like to explain why it's an abundance-based coin compared to all the other cryptocurrencies that are out there. This is extremely important to understand and know, so let me go through this, because this can change your life. If you're familiar with cryptocurrencies, then you're most likely familiar because of Bitcoin. It was the first cryptocurrency to come out by an individual who called himself Satoshi Nakamoto back in 2009. Okay, and they call cryptocurrency because it's based on a blockchain technology that he developed. It's encrypted, therefore you hear the name crypto. And he knew after he came out with that technology that he could create money. And Bitcoin was what came out of that. Okay, there was supply and demand. He was only going to create, and he's only going to create 21 million coins. That's it, which was actually perfect at the time because he needed, it was brand new. It was like bringing the internet out. It was just brand new. And people didn't know what it was, and they needed time to learn what it was. He needed that coin to go up in value as fast as it could. So he just topped it off at 21 million. Even though there's 7.6 billion people in the world, it had to come out that way. Okay, and then he did another really good thing, and he backed off and just kind of disappeared 2 years later and just let it be completely decentralized and in the hands of the miners and the owners. Not the owners, but the owners of the coin who had purchased it were using it at that time. That way they could have the faith that he wasn't going to come along and change the plan, like create more coins, which would devalue the coin later on. So he was very smart in what he did, and that coin did exactly what it should have done, because unlike the internet, it's even more involved when it comes to finding out about the technology than the internet was. As soon as the internet was able to bring in the masses, it was because they knew they could communicate with each other through forums back in the early 90s. Social media hadn't really come out yet, obviously, until after the internet matured in 2000. Then we saw the search engines come out and the social media come out, and it just exploded after that. But with cryptocurrency, you have to kind of know what it is, but you don't really have to know that much to get involved. As soon as you realize what it is and it makes sense to you, and you realize that, wow, it's really working, it's real money, then that's where we're at today. People know because it's on a trading exchange, it's on a trading market. Okay, the central banking system who created Wall Street and the stock market. The coins ended up being traded on a trading exchange, coin market cap. Now, this was good in one way because it brought these coins out after Bitcoin, other coins used the same blockchain platform that Satoshi Nakamoto had created and created their coins. And they got put out on the trading exchanges and people traded them, and the value slowly increased. And this helped bring cryptocurrency out into the masses so that people can find out what it is and find out that, wow, this is a money that is not controlled by anyone. It's completely decentralized. We can use it peer-to-peer. Anybody in the world can do it. And there's no third person. There's no bank. There's no anybody keeping track. Okay? There's a ledger in the blockchain. It keeps track of every transaction. Okay? But there's no telling who's on either end. Okay? So it brings power back into the hands of the people is what it does. But Bitcoin was not designed to solve the problem massively worldwide of the central banking system's control. It wasn't designed to take them out of power. It wasn't designed to eliminate poverty worldwide. It was just, okay, I don't, supposedly he didn't like what happened again when it came to the crash of 2008 and the real estate market. So at that point, he was creating the blockchain technology. And I'm just assuming he realized, okay, this is going to be an option for people to use besides that system that's always being controlled by these few very, very wealthy individuals who do nothing but commit evil all over the world and control the people of the world. Okay, they will be able to use cryptocurrency as an option to protect their wealth that is based on stocks, on the central banking system markets, and retirement funds that are all tied into stocks. So, and it's very true. Okay, gold, silver, platinum. These things are options to protect your wealth. To protect your wealth that's most likely in fiat currency. Worthless. It's been worthless here in America since 1971 when they took the complete gold away from the currency. Okay? And they told us, well, there's too many crazy speculators out there. It's messing with the price of gold. It's unstable. We're going to get this fixed, and in 4 or 5 years, we're going to bring the gold back. Well, they never intended to, and they never did. So they just kept printing money out. And I use that because, everything's digital and electronic now. But yes, they still actually print money. But they kept making money out of thin air with nothing to value it. And they kept throwing the world into debt, more and more and more debt. Okay? And we all know this. And we are slaves to that debt. And it's not the way America was set up. It's not in our Constitution. The exact opposite. They went against our Constitution, broke our Constitution by giving our money over to a private bank in 1913 called the Federal Reserve Bank. It has nothing to do with the government. They just named it federal to fool the people. It's a private bank, and they have so much power they have never been audited. So nobody knows what this bank has been up to all these decades. But that's going to change, and it's going to change. And it's going to change very soon. And when the people of the world see that audit and find out what the Federal Reserve has done all these decades, that's the end of their system. But in the meantime, the system is going to crash. It has to. Because it's been over 40 years now that all they've been doing is just raising the debt cap, raising the debt cap, raising the debt cap. It has to implode. It's ridiculous. The world is rebelling against that US dollar / Federal Reserve note. Okay? It's not the US dollar. It's not our money. It's the Federal Reserve's money. It's their money. It's not yours. What wealth you have in fiat currency is their wealth in their banks and their stock market. And they can take it anytime they want. So, what's the solution to this system? Well, there hasn't been one because of the power and the way things have been. There just hasn't been a way to get rid of it. They've been in power now for 105 years in America, straight on with no interruptions. But now we have cryptocurrency that has been out for 9 years, and it's an option just like gold and silver, but yeah, there is a way that you can create a cryptocurrency that could be a solution. And that's what the creators of the Billion coin, TBC, have done. They did it 2 years ago. We are 2 years old. And we are a completely 100% abundance-based coin. What does that mean? That means that the price of our coin never goes down. It always goes up in price, in value, every single day until we reach our first billion members. Those would be people who have some TBC in their wallets. A division of TBC coin is called Kringles. So if they've got some Kringles in their wallet, obviously our coin is the most expensive coin in the world because we are based on an algorithm that values itself, the coin, from you and I, from human beings. We give it its value. The more of us that have it, the more the value of our coin is. Not only that, but the faster we have our own economy, where we are using Kringles to purchase and buy everything. All over the world. Everybody has it. It's a world currency, money. It's a monetary system that is worldwide. It doesn't matter what any country is doing with their currency. If they're backing their currency in gold like Russia and China is doing, if they're like Venezuela, who has come out with a cryptocurrency and based it on gold, no, they're not basing it. They're backing it by gold, okay? Because they came out and called it the petro coin based on their oil in that country, but the central banking system sanctioned all of that so they couldn't sell their oil because Venezuela wasn't going along with the central banking system. So the central banking system said, okay, well, you guys are still using our money, so we're going to put these sanctions and nobody's going to buy your oil. And they let the people starve to death because they don't care about humans at all. These individuals are monsters. So Venezuela decided, well, we got to find a way around these sanctions. So they created a cryptocurrency, called it the petro coin, and it was valued or backed up by their oil reserves. But the people said, hey, we can't sell the oil, so how can we really trust this coin? And so then the government said, okay, well, we do have our gold back in our country. Literally, we have it. So we'll back it by gold. How's that? And the people said, sure, that's great. And now you see some amazing things going on in Venezuela, and they're already making deals with other countries. Countries are watching what Venezuela is going through. They are succeeding. They are succeeding against the most evil force in the world that has been here for centuries. Okay? It goes all the way back to the monarch system, kings and queens. Those who have the wealth, those who have the gold, that's the way they say it, own the people. They own the politicians, they own the governments. And America was not built on that. Our Constitution was built on we the people. We the people own our politicians, and we own our government, and we own our own monetary system. And we are going to live in a country of abundance. And America still is the greatest country in the world, bar none. In spite of the rotten eggs at the top of our system, okay, that have control over our government, which now they don't. They're losing their control of the government simply because the patriots are now in a position where they can put in a president that's not bought and paid for. Donald Trump, bless his heart that he wanted to run, Okay, because this is a man that's smart business-wise, and he could do deals like you wouldn't believe. And he's been thinking about the presidency since way back when I read his book. That came out in 2000, 2001. Okay, How We Make America Greater. I don't even know if I've got it right here or if I've got it. Yeah, here it is. This one here. This one goes back. Okay, this one goes back to there's a copyright on this one. 2000. Okay? If you read this book, you'll know the man. Even though it was 2016 when he finally became president. We've got this plan, and this plan has been in effect for a long time. But not in effect, but we've had the plan for a long time. And when it was ready in time, we got Trump in. And now we've just been working that plan. And you've seen changes in the world already in just a year and a half. I mean, just a year and a half Trump has been in office. And he's already brought peace to the Korean Peninsula. First time since they broke out in war in 1948. He is bringing peace to Syria, and he is going to continue to bring peace throughout the world. He's not starting any wars. He's not doing any wars. How's that compared to our last president, who all he did was create wars? He destroyed Syria. He destroyed Iraq. He destroyed Libya. This is what the central banking system and the elite, the top echelon of the intelligence agencies of the world do. Now, don't get me wrong. The intelligence agencies, CIA, NSA, the Department of Justice, the FBI, and all the other ones worldwide have 70% of them are just incredible patriotic people working for them. But it's that 30% at the top that's rotten to the core. And they're the ones in control. And they're in control because they are bought and paid for by the central banking system, by the bankers, by the Federal Reserve, by the Bank of International Settlements that sits in Switzerland, the Rothschilds system. So we have an opportunity now with a cryptocurrency that is going to be a solution just in and of itself. Trump and the Patriots will continue to drain the swamp around the world, especially right here in America, because this is where it all comes from. This is why the world's people hate America. They don't hate Americans. They don't hate you and I, but they hate what our government's doing to their country. They just see our government doing it and not realizing it's the central bankers that control the governments that's doing it. Maybe they do, but they have to do more investigating before they realize what's really behind all that. But one thing they do recognize real fast is that they're in poverty, and they don't understand why, and neither do I. Okay, and neither should you. So here we are with a solution now. We have a cryptocurrency. It's been out 2 years and it has a mission. And those of you familiar with cryptocurrency are probably thinking, well, how can you have a mission with a cryptocurrency that's decentralized and nobody has control of it? Well, we kept our wallet system centralized. You have to get the wallet to make your transactions, to buy and to purchase from us. Okay, the blockchain is completely decentralized, but the wallet is completely centralized until we get to our first billion. And then we will decentralize it, because at that point we have accomplished our mission. global poverty will no longer be in existence. There'll be nobody hungry, and there'll be nobody thirsty. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Well, we created 1 billion coins. It was the perfect amount. A lot of thinking went into this. Okay, the creators of our coin are as smart as they get, and there's a lot of real smart people out there in the world. And because they came out with this mission to eliminate global poverty, they had to keep control, which they did, of the wallet, so that the rich cannot come in and purchase what they want. They had to keep it off of the central banking system's market. They had to keep it off the coin market cap and the trading exchanges. You won't find it there. We have a private community, and it is a real community. We have websites to ourselves. We all get our own website when we join. We all get our own wallet, and we connect with each other all the time. Okay? And the admin is what we call the creators of the coin. I mean, he's the one that does the blogs. We have a blog system where he keeps in contact with all of us, the entire community, on a daily basis, with one or multiple blog posts every day, well, on a daily basis. And we communicate with each other. And when we do, he puts those blogs and videos up. If he sees a particular one that is really, he knows he wants everybody to look at, to watch and see. You have to have this. If you have a mission, you have to have some control of making sure you accomplish that mission. Now, the fact that nobody rich can come in and buy our coins, that's huge. We, the people, have control of how we distribute our wealth, because that's what our coin represents: abundance. Okay? If I sell you $100 worth of Kringles today at today's price, based on membership, because of our algorithm, based on how many people we have in our private membership, which we have now after 2 years, just shy of 3.3 million. And we started out using the euro to base our value of our coin on each individual. So each individual that would join would raise the price of our coin by €1. Everybody knew what the euro was, but it's still fiat currency, right? Just like the US dollar, Federal Reserve note. So, but everybody knew what the euro was worldwide. So we used that to base our value. So if 100 people joined, then the price of our coin would go up €100, basically. When we started, it was on a percent system. It would go up anywhere between 1% and 5% per day based on the growth until the price is matched. And then now it's every single person. So now that it's been 2 years, we've switched over to basing our value on gold, because it doesn't make any sense to base it on a fiat currency at this point. We're ready to explode when it comes to growth. Okay, we are at 1995 with the internet right now in 2018 with cryptocurrency. The masses are pouring in. They're starting to pour in, and they're going to pour in like crazy over the next 2-3 years. So how do we do that? How do we base our the value of our coin on gold? Well, we just took the smallest measurement of gold, which is a grain of gold, and we put that as the value for each person that joins our community. Raises the value of our coin by 1 grain of gold. So whatever a grain of gold is worth that day, that's the value our coin goes up. So again, our coin never goes down. If it's on a market exchange being traded, you see how Bitcoin is. You see how all the other coins are. Up and down, up and down, up and down. And they use the same thing they do with the stock market, the central banking system. You know, the booms and the crashes, the pumps and the dumps. And every time they dump and then they buy your coins that you lost, they get more of your wealth. They get more of your currency, your money, whatever it is that's on the market, your stocks. Over time, and they're very patient, they end up with all the wealth. 7.6 billion people in the world today, and we only have 2,240 something billionaires. 2,200 billionaires out of 7.6 billion people. And these 2,200 billionaires have over 50% of the wealth of the world. Maybe more. I'm always getting my figures wrong about that, but they control the vast majority of the wealth among 2,200 people in the world. So these 2,200 people, not all of them, but most, can do what they want. They can buy any human being on the planet who is purchasable. And there's only very few people that are not purchasable. So that is the problem with our world. And we need to get rid of that system. Because this world is full of abundance. We have been lied to about scarcity and lack our entire lives. So, what is abundance? Abundance is obviously the opposite of scarcity, the opposite of lack. Abundance is the ability to have anything and everything we want for every human being in the world. And that's what our coin represents. That's what our coin is. That's what our coin is going to bring. Our coin is available to be owned by every human being on the planet. Whether you're a day-old baby or the oldest person on the planet, you can have Kringles. You can have a wallet with Kringles that are only going to go up in value every day. You can open up your wallet every single day and see the price go up until we hit our first billion. And we're only at 3 million people. So we have if we doubled that, it was about 8 more times. We're going to double the value of what our coin is now. And our coin is worth over $8 million per coin. We're going to double that 8 more times. And if the price of gold stays the same as it is today, that will end up being $2.8 billion per coin. If you have one coin, you'll be a multi-billionaire. If you have more coins, you'll just be that much more of a billionaire, right? So how do you get a coin in your hands when it's so expensive? Well, unlike the other cryptocurrencies where it's just out there and you have to have the money to buy it. You have to be rich if you want to own a lot of Bitcoin, right? If you're not rich, you can only buy so many Satoshis. Not with us. Because we are completely opposite. We have to get that coin into your hands. That's our value. If we keep the coins to ourselves, if admin keeps the coin to himself, it gets nowhere. It does nothing. The value does nothing. It's worthless. So if it's based on us, the people, we need to have those coins in our hands. So believe me, admin will get coins into your hands. They have the ability to give you coins without devaluing or discounting the value of our coin. We, the members, cannot sell our coins at a discount. We have to sell it at that price that day. okay? Which is fine because admin will reward us for purchasing small amounts of Kringles. He'll give us a bunch of Kringles as a reward for you saying, you know what? I believe in you guys. I believe in this community. I believe in this coin. I'll buy $100 worth of Kringles. Spend $100. Admin will reward you with a certain amount of Kringles. He calls it the cookie rewards promotion. Okay. And what he does is he puts the same amount of cookies points into your back office that you get when you sign up. And during a redemption month, which we have every 5 months, we just got through with our second one in May. Next one starts November 1st. You can push a button that will show up in your back office, a green button that says redeem under all the cookies you have collected between now and then. And you push it and those cookies will disappear and they'll show up as a real Kringle in your wallet you can spend. Okay, and depending on your participation in our community, you can earn an unbelievable amount of Kringles and full coins. It's just up to you. Okay. So if you join our community, when the information is down below in the description of this video, all you'll be required to do when you hit that link is it will bring up a page where you'll be able to put in your name and your email address. Email address has to be good because in the beginning, you may never get another email after that, but in the beginning, you're going to get 2 emails. They'll both need to be opened, and you will need to click on the hyperlink, the confirmation link, whatever it is. It will say, you know, click here to validate this. You'll get one for your Kringle Cash back office, and it will set that up. And you'll get another one for your wallet, and it will create a wallet for you. And you'll always have that wallet. Now, another thing I want to mention real quick is the fact that since it's been 9 years since the original blockchain platform came out, technology has increased. Okay, so transaction times are much faster if you create a new blockchain with today's technology. And that's what the Billion Coin admin has done. And we are currently migrating all 3 million of our people from the old 1.0 blockchain platform over to a brand new 2.0 blockchain platform that has increased the speeds from 7 per second, which is what Bitcoin is at. 7 transactions per second is what they can do. The original Bitcoin. Now, they ran into trouble last year and they had to fork off and create another coin called Bitcoin Cash that can do transactions at 130 per second. So it was awesome. And it helped that coin. They may have to do it again. We are doing on our new blockchain platform between 2,000 and 3,000 transactions per second. Okay? So we can go and do transactions anywhere in the world, all at the same time, just like Visa and MasterCard. Yes, Visa and MasterCard is completely digital. There's no blockchain, but the blockchain technology is almost as fast now as a non-blockchain. Okay? It is amazing what technology continues to do. And just like the internet's never going to go away, blockchain technology is never going to go away. Visa and MasterCard, if they wanted to, could go up to 50, 60,000 transactions per second. But they've never had to get anywhere close to that. You know, when it's a holiday like Christmas, they'll get up maybe to 6,000 transactions a second. But most of the time, they average 2,000 per second. And that's what we're doing. So we have the ability to do business with anybody in the world. just like anybody who is willing to take Bitcoin right now is doing. But those individuals are just putting it in their wallets and leaving it alone because they know over time Bitcoin is going to go up in value. It always has, and it will until who knows what it's going to ever hit. But the supply and demand is there, right? The proof of work with the miners is there. It's real. It's an option like gold or silver. And they've got enough cash flow, these merchants that are accepting Bitcoin, that they don't need to depend on Bitcoin to turn around and repurchase product to sell again. You see what I'm saying? So, but with the Billion coin, they'll have that option. Billion coin, they'll have complete trust and faith in because they know if they accept it, the next day it's going to be worth more. And it's going to continue to be worth more and more and more until we get to 1 billion people. And if we're only at 3 million right now, let's just say in a few months we're at 30 million. Okay, we grew by 30 times last year. Okay, we went from 100,000 our first year, at the end of our first year, 100,000 members to 3 million. That's 30 times growth. And last year was our slow year because of our technology slowed down. We were doing so much transactions between ourselves, buying and selling things amongst ourselves, that the blockchain got slowed down. Excuse me. So we knew that was coming, and they, not we necessarily, but admin knew that was coming, and they were already, working to build their new modern blockchain. That migration, by the way, will be done by the end of this month. Okay, we'll be completely, all of our people will be on it. So, what was I saying? I hate when I do this. Okay, so we were talking about blockchain, we were talking about transaction speeds. The amount of growth. We grew by 30 times. We went from 100,000 to 3 million. If we just grow by the same amount as we did last year, 30 times, we would go from 3 million to 90 million. Okay, now Bitcoin users is about 12 million people in the world. 12 million is what is currently being used or people own. There's just 12 million of them out of 7.6 billion. And yet they have an economy. It's a small economy, right? But they can go to certain places, certain stores, and people are accepting it. Same with the Billion coin. There's people out there accepting it. It's just not as much as Bitcoin because Bitcoin's more popular because it's on that trading exchange. But like I said, the difference is if we grow by 30 times again, we're going to be at 90 million. That's 7 times more than Bitcoin. We will have an amazing economy because not only can they have complete faith and trust in our coin that is not going to go down, but is actually going to go up every day until we hit 1 billion people. Our first billion, that's when the algorithm chops off the price or the value of the coin right there. It will never go higher and it will never go lower. Okay, that's why we call it the Billion coin. We made 1 billion coins, and when we get to our first 1 billion members, it maxes out. If we were still on the euro, each coin would be worth 1 billion euros. Okay, but we switched to gold, so it's going to be worth more. We basically doubled the price of our coin when we went to gold overnight. Okay, so imagine if you're a merchant or if you're anyone. Let me give you an example of what an abundance-based coin is like. Say you've got a car that you don't need. It's, a used car, obviously, and it's been sitting around in your driveway or garage, and it works fine. It's just, maybe a few years old, and you don't like it anymore, and you've bought another car, and you don't really have anybody that's using it. So you're going to sell it, right? Say the car is worth $6,000. Okay, so you put an ad out there selling this car for $6,000, and someone approaches you and says, okay, I would really like this car, but I would like to pay you in the billion coin, in Kringles. It's a cryptocurrency. And the owner says, okay, you mean like Bitcoin? And yeah, exactly. Except it's not Bitcoin. It's called the billion coin. Okay, well, what's the difference? Well, our coin goes up in value. And then they explain what I just explained to you, right? And the owner says, okay, let me get this straight. You're going to give me 6,000? He goes, and the owner says, no, I don't want to give you 6,000. I'm only going to give you, I only want to give you 4,000 for your car. Well, I'm asking 6,000. I would like 6,000 for the car. I mean, the car is worth that easily, if not more. And the guy who wants to buy it says, or the woman who wants to buy it says, well, I'm going to give you 4,000 in Kringles. But remember, our coin goes up in value every single day as more members come until we hit 1 billion people. So tomorrow, that coin is going to be worth more than 4,000 after you accept it. And by the time it hits 1 billion people, that 4,000 is probably going to be worth 4 million or 400,000, whatever the numbers are. Okay, and then a light goes on in the guy's head and he says, oh yeah. So I'm going to sell you my car for 4,000 Kringles, but I'm going to end up becoming a millionaire because of that. That's right. Within just 2 or 3 years when we get to 1 billion people. Not only that, but there's a promotion. There's always promotions, people. Guess what our promotions are like? If you are a merchant, you are a seller of anything, and you receive Kringles from somebody else. For every $100 worth of Kringles you receive, you can get up to 1 full coin. Up to, depending on just a couple of things you need to do to participate. What are those couple of things? Well, you can either tell other people about the community and bring them in, because you will have your own back office website with your own URL that you can hand to people. You can put it on a flyer, you can put it on a business card. Here, get involved with, the TBC community. Cryptocurrency, they're going to eliminate poverty worldwide. You want to be a part of this group. This is a cryptocurrency that never goes down in value. Whatever you got to say, and hand them the card. Put it in their bag after going through your store. You know what I'm saying? Get the word out, and you can get up to a full coin. Admin will just reward you for doing that. Or if you go out, or if you just do a broadcast like I'm doing, okay? And you don't have to do one as long as I've been talking, okay? You can do one for a half hour. Okay, you don't ever need to go past a half hour. But 20 minutes to a half hour is good, okay? Do live broadcasts. You don't have to do them every day like I try to do. You can do them once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, but just be consistent in doing them, and you'll be considered a broadcaster. You are a TBC broadcaster. You are helping get the word out. So therefore, the admin, our team of creators, is going to reward you with more cookie reward points into your back office that you can redeem for full coins. And they will pay you 1,000 times more just for doing just for being a broadcaster. That's right. That's right. Here's an interesting thing. You're probably thinking, well, Paul, you're doing this broadcast because you're getting 1,000 times more cookies than people who don't do a broadcast, right? Well, when we started doing these broadcasts back on March 21st, which was our 2nd year anniversary, and we decided, the admin decided, listen, folks, we're migrating. We're about to start migration May 1st, coming up here. And this was back on March 21st. And he said in the blog, we want you guys to volunteer to do half-hour broadcasts. We're going to split 24-hour period because we're worldwide. We're in over 200 countries. Okay, so we're going to split the 24-hour period into half-hour slots. So there'll be 48 slots. You guys can do it. And we can expand that to 96 slots. We can keep expanding until we have as many as broadcasters as we want. We can have 1 million broadcasters. That's fine. In fact, that would be great. The more broadcasters, the more people are going to find out about us on YouTube when they look up Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, or whatever. Fiat currency, whatever. They're going to be suggested to watch a video on TBC or the Billion Coin. So we just did it. Those of us who were inclined and just have so much passion for this mission of eliminating global poverty and changing the world, because when the money is back in the people's hands, that's power. That means new governments, government by the people, not by the monsters. Okay? It's the most incredible mission that you can be a part of. And it's never been available until right now. Okay? So now is the time to get in. We've got ways to go, but we'll get there faster than you think. Okay? And yes, we're not a social media where people just pour in, because people love to chat with each other, right? All over the world. So these things just attract people because we understand that. Cryptocurrency is something that we do need to educate people a little bit on. But as every year goes by, and has since 2009, more and more people in the world have learned about cryptocurrency. And that's what's made the growth go. And look at it today. And now we're just hitting momentum. Cryptocurrency as a whole is just hitting a momentum right now. Like I said, now is the best time to get involved. But because of the way our coin is, because we have a mission, our ship is staying right in the harbor. Okay? It's not pulling out. You haven't missed the ship even though we're 2 years old. Even 2 years from now, if we haven't hit 1 billion yet, that ship's going to still be in the harbor. Then you can jump on and get just as much coin as you wanted to if you had started in the beginning. Well, almost. Okay? Those original stakeholders, there wasn't very many of them, 171. We're all vetted, like-minded, based on our mission participants. And after they picked up their coin at a very low price and only a certain amount of coins, then everybody after that had to buy their coins from these 171 people, and it went from there. But they had plenty enough coins that they can do it, right? They knew what the price was going to do as the membership came in. And that's what's happened. Okay, and I got involved a year ago, and just being involved a year and getting the coins that I have gotten, I have enough that I can sell, and it's not going to hurt my bottom line. Okay, and along with the fact that admin is giving away his coins, he doesn't sell any coins. These people are self-funded. They have never charged us a dime for anything. Okay, but now they are charging $10. We're moving over to a new blockchain platform that costs a lot of money and a lot of time to build. But they still didn't want to charge us anything. Okay? They don't even want fiat currency for what they are charging now. But when they started giving that coin out a year ago, people, they realized after a year, just weren't giving it any value because they were just getting it free. They weren't paying attention to it. They weren't offering it to their loved ones. And even though we did grow by 30 times, we should have grown a whole lot more. And we kind of slowed down, in fact. Of course, we were slowed with our technology for a while, okay, until we bumped up the ability to do our transactions again. And then now we've got this new 2.0 blockchain. So, the people didn't seem to put any value on it, and it's typical when we get something for free. I mean, especially when you see the kids. You give them $200 phones and they'll crack the screen in a week. Oh, my screen's cracked. It doesn't work anymore. Well, why didn't you take care of it? I don't know. It fell out of my backpack. My friend had it and he dropped it. So you know how that is, right? As you grow older and you mature, you learn to, when you buy something, take care of it. It has more value to you. So what are we going to charge? Admin came out with a $10 charge, $10 a year. He said, okay, I'm going to charge $10 a year. It's going to be for your back office. It's going to pay for your back office for a whole year. And guess what? I'll just throw the wallet in for free too, because we can charge for the wallet. We can charge you transaction fees every time you make a transaction. We're not going to do that. There's no transaction fees. We're just going to give it to you free. But we will charge you $10 a year to participate in our community from now on. Now, that used to be an option a year ago when it came out with that gift. We did have a back office that came out at the same time, see, so that we could turn around and have our own URL and give it to our own family members and our own friends, and they'd be connected to us. We are a community. We like to be all connected. Okay? It's a blast. It's a blast. It's the most exciting thing I've ever been a part of. And I've been a part of some exciting things in my past. So there is a $10 charge, but this is how it works. We don't want your money, right? Let me give you an example of how it works. You sign up that form I talked about earlier, right? Your name, your email, you make up a password, you put what country you live in, and you make up a username, okay? And you hit submit. Okay, you get your 2 emails in the mail. You click on the one that's for Kringle Cash. Click on the one for the wallet, just sets up your wallet automatically. And you click the one for Kringle Cash and you'll get a page. Your own website will pop up. But before you can do anything, it's going to have 10 questions there that you have to answer. You have to answer all 10 of them. Okay? And there's a paragraph above each question, and then there's 2 answers. You can pick one of the 2 answers to answer. So you'll read the paragraph, you'll read the question, and you'll answer the right question. I mean, you'll answer with the right answer. Now, if you answer wrong, it will tell you you answered wrong. Go back and read the paragraph again and try it again. So there's no way you could fail this test. And it's only 10 questions. It won't take you more than 5 minutes. Okay, they're just small paragraphs. But they are our mission statement divided into 10 paragraphs. It will tell you why we exist. It will tell you about how we're different. Our coin is different. To make sure that you realize exactly what we are before you spend a dime of that $10. Or before you would want to maybe purchase some Kringle and get those cookie rewards. Before you spend any money, any currency, unless you buy things, you know, in cryptocurrency, that's money, okay? We'll take that. But we will, us that sell Kringle, we don't give the reward out. Again, that comes from admin. And $10 fee will go to admin. He only accepts Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. Okay, but we, the owners of the coin, the members of the community that do these broadcasts and are trusted sellers, we will sell you Kringles, okay, at the current Kringle price. And we will accept fiat cash for now. I mean, most of us will. I can't speak for everybody. I will. You can pay me in PayPal, because I'll just turn around and I'll buy more TBC with it, or I'll buy some Bitcoin with it and just put that in my wallet, like I did back in 2016. Okay, so that's how it works. So what does that do? Well, if you're going through those questions and you don't like what you're reading, then you're just going to stop right there. You're going to say, you know what, this is not for me. I don't like what these people represent. I don't want to be a part of this community. I'm selfish. I'm greedy. I like driving around in my fancy car while everybody looks at me. Okay? I like wearing really fancy clothes when I go out and everybody looks at me and says, wow, that guy's rich. That woman's rich. Look at her. Look at him. Look at the car they're driving. Look at that home they live in. Okay? It's okay. It's fine. It's human nature. Okay? So we're not looking for you, but you will be using Kringle someday. But you won't be part of our first billion. We're looking for like-minded individuals. So when you go through those questions, you're going to be like-minded or you're not. It's that easy. But it will happen before you spend any money. See, a lot of programs and scams out there do the exact opposite. Hey, give us your money. And then you'll find out what we're all about later on. You'll get into our back office. You can find out. And guess what? We gotcha. Because you got to go out and you got to refer and talk your friends into spending their money. At least 3 of them, 2 of them, 5 of them, whatever. The more, the richer you'll be. The more people you can get to give us money, the richer you'll be. Because we'll give you a little bit back. Okay, that's how these programs work on the internet. Okay, they're designed to make the owners rich. Just like basically these currencies, these cryptocurrencies that come out on the trading exchange are basically designed to make the developers of those coins rich. That's why they have these things called ICOs, initial coin offerings, which are a security. You've got to set up and go to the Security Exchange Commissions and set that up as a security and do all the paperwork, because it's just a token until it gets done and put on the trading exchange, right? But at least now you've got an ICO and you can say, okay, investors, come in and invest and buy some of our coins, our tokens, and you will definitely, without no doubt about it, make so much money when we go onto the trading market. Okay, so they are a security, but once it's on a trading exchange like Bitcoin is, and all these coins that are already, they are just money. They're not securities. Okay, because there's no way that you're going to be guaranteed that you're going to be making money when you buy Bitcoin or Litecoin or Ethereum or any of them. Okay, once they're on the trading market, you just don't know. So the commissioner of the Security Exchange Commission has already said that, come out and said cryptocurrency is not a security, but ICOs are. Okay, just like an IPO is. But then it stays that way. The stocks stay securities. So anyway, what was I talking about? How come I started talking about that? Oh yeah, you're going to be like-minded or you're not, right? And the point I'm trying to make is, at that point, you can either walk away, you're going to walk away, you're just going to turn that off, say, okay, I'm not going to save that site, I don't want anything to do with the billion coin. And that's it. You haven't lost anything except, what, 5-10 minutes. But if you like what you read, and you can connect to it, and it's right there in your heart, you're going to want to spend that $10 like you've never wanted to spend $10 before. Okay? I can't promise you that, but that's what it was like when it came out as an option a year ago for me. When they offered this back office and the ability to give the coin out for free, I just threw my $10 at them. Not literally, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, they were offering it for $1 a month. So in 12 months, right, a year would have been 12 bucks. But they said, if you spend 10 bucks, we'll give it to you for the whole year. You can save $2. So I just gave them the 10 bucks. And I've been giving that coin out like crazy. And again, back then, they weren't really rewarding us for doing it. And then they came out and was, you guys are doing great. We're going to reward you now for doing this. And it was like the broadcasting. When we started broadcasting, they weren't giving us anything. We were just doing it voluntarily. I had done, I don't know, 40 maybe, 40 broadcasts in like 45 days. And then they came out with this cookie rewards for the broadcasters. And they said, guess what? We're going to give you guys so much Kringles in the form of cookies. And you can exchange, you can redeem those in the month of May. And then again, you know, if you keep doing broadcasts in November. And for being broadcasters. Not only that, but we're going to go back and pay you for every single broadcast you did from the beginning. So I ended up getting paid for 40 broadcasts. And I get paid every single day for a broadcast. And I would do it for free. That's how much passion I have for this coin and its mission. Because I have my eyes wide open to the poverty and the problems of this world. Okay, so, and I know what's going on. And before Bitcoin, but before the billion coin actually came out, I had no way to participate in changing the world. Trump wasn't even president yet. You see what I'm saying? So I got involved at a perfect time, March of 2016. Right after the first year anniversary, I got involved with the billion coin. I found out about it because I was doing more research on the Bitcoin. Even though I'd already made purchases in the last quarter of 2015, I was still doing more research. I was on YouTube and, you know, a video popped up. The billion coin over there on the side of the screen. And I go, what is that? TBC. I don't see that on the coin market cap. I see BTC, that's Bitcoin. I see ETH, that's Ethereum. You know, I see XRP, that's Ripple. I see this, I see that. I see Dash. I don't see TBC. So I checked it out. And the rest is history. Seriously. I never looked back. Just because, for some reason, with what I had learned prior, caused me to understand it really fast. Another type of individual that understands these things quickly, and they don't understand the technical aspects of it at first. Neither did I. It was mostly realizing that it was real and the solution they provided. The other type of person that is just the people that are pouring in are the people that are in developing countries around the world. They wake up and they see, as soon as they open their eyes, poverty all around them. It's not like here in America, where you wake up and you see a completely developed country. You go to the bathroom in your house, you turn on your faucet, you got fresh water. That's not what they're going through in their countries. And they're all over the world. So yes, they tend to wake up a lot faster than the people that are in developed countries, like the United States, Canada, Britain, Australia, New Zealand, on and on and on, right? And then you've got these ones that are kind of pretty much there, but they're not quite as developed as what they call first world countries. Basically, that had to do with the Cold War, and it was a bunch of crap. But anyway, that's what it's kind of turned into now that there's no Cold War. It was either NATO or the other, whatever the other part was called. But anyway, yeah, you know, like other countries. But these other countries are real close to getting completely developed. I'm talking about really developing countries like Haiti, like Puerto Rico, like, you know, these African countries. So many of them, like the Philippines, like Papua New Guinea, and there's nothing wrong with these countries. Let me tell you, the people are amazing. Yes, there's always bad people in every country of the world, but there's amazing people in every country of the world. And they don't deserve what's been taken from them, and they don't deserve to live the lives they're living when there's so much abundance in this world. There's so much of everything: food, fresh water. What do you mean? They're always telling us there's no more water. Here we live in the desert in Nevada. This is where I'm at. And they're telling us our water's disappearing. Okay, Southern California, New Mexico, parts of Arizona, Nevada, we're all going to be without water. What a joke. Okay, and it's because the central bankers have that system in their control. They don't want desalination plants on the coast of California, which they're starting to pop up. They're popping up all over Australia. Kuwait, the entire country of Kuwait is a desert, I think. Point being is that 100% of those people are drinking desalinated water, fresh distilled seawater. The whole country. There's no drought. There will never be a drought as long as there's desalination plants. Okay, so we need to start looking at what abundance is and stop looking at what we've been used to looking with these glasses that see only lack. They see only scarcity. Even though, like I say, here in America, we don't necessarily see it like somebody in Haiti. But we do see that there's problems here in America and that we are basically slaves, financially at least. We see the homeless. We see the mentally ill that can't get any help. We see them on our streets in the metropolitan areas of our big cities. I see it right here in Las Vegas. And so we need to get this done. And so that's why I'm passionate about it. But believe me, folks, get involved with the Billion Coin if you're like-minded. The information is down below in the description. And you can contact me. I'm available. I'll walk you through it. Stephen, how you doing? And Daria, thanks for coming. Krypton, nice to see you. Okay, let me see if I can see anything from the backwards here. Nope, that's it. Thank you guys so much. I started to watch, just to let you guys know, I started to watch that broadcast from Randy when he's talking about, you know, today's the 4th of July and the Declaration of Independence and stuff. Boy, I am excited to get back and finish that video. Because he was right on with what he was saying, and I just couldn't get enough, but I had to stop. I have only so much time before I get to where I could do my own broadcast, and it frustrates me because a lot of you guys have done your broadcasts already, and I don't have time to watch them before I do my own. And I always feel like I'm running behind, and what I'm saying is old news, blah, blah, blah. But I can't think that way. I have to just do what I do. And then afterwards, I start to go back and watch you guys and pick up the latest. Of course, I do have time to always see what the latest blog is, but that's why sometimes I'll talk about it if there's something, you know, really going on that's happening right then. But otherwise, I just like to go through the basics and then pick up what you guys are talking about and get more ideas of what to say that I know is going to help new people. Okay, I'm after new people, right? We're all after new people. New people in the sense that we want more members to come in. We need more members to come in. They need us. They just don't know it. So we're going to let them know, right? We're letting them know, hey, you guys need us. Okay? And it's going to be a blast. So, you know, jump aboard. The ship's staying right here. It's not going until we have 1 billion people. And then it's just going to take a cruise. We're all going to take a cruise. Okay. And we're going to visit all the other 6.6 billion people and hand them money. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, that's what we're going to do. Okay. One form or another, that's what we're going to do. So you may as well be a part of it if you're like-minded. Okay. I'll let you guys go. What day is it today? Wednesday? It's hump day. And it's hot in Las Vegas. It's actually a little bit humid today, which makes it worse. But what's tomorrow? Crazy Thursday? I'm already scheduled for tomorrow. Same time, same place, same channel, 5 p.m. Pacific Daylight Savings Time. So you guys have a good evening and or a good day, depending on where you are in the world. And thanks for watching. And if you're new and you're watching this video for the first time, please hit the subscribe button, click on that bell, and go take a look at some of my older videos and click some of those links below and get involved and learn all you want to know. It's all down there. The main site, the billioncoin.info, you'll find everything there. You'll find the blog below. You'll find all kinds of stuff. And every time I can think of new things to put in my description, I do. Okay? And we will help you accomplish whatever you want. We are here. We're here for you new guys and gals. We're here for the rest of the world. Hello, we're here. Come. And we will give you wealth. Okay. Thanks for everything. Love you guys. Talk to you tomorrow.